How's it going today, guys? You'll have to let me know if this video is a little too loud or if it picks up too much background. There shouldn't be any background to pick up, but if y'all do, let me know. I had to change mics. My mic died last night. That's why there was no sound in last night's video. Hence why I'm making another video now. Last night's video, basically I just made a hammer and file and steel pickaxe. I'm going to leave that video up. There's my steel hammer, my steel file, or iron file, and then my steel pickaxe is here. I got this stuff out of a village. I can't believe I found another one of these. No idea what they do. I found one of these in my Gregtech V world. I actually got this one in a village. And I also grabbed these things, which I don't know what they do, out of the village. And then I talked about the fact that I was going to build these things so I could have some creosote to make me some more boxes. So that's about what you didn't hear last night. Now, there is an issue which I have posted on the download page for Dragtech. But if anybody plays with this pack, you might want to know about it. They're going to look into a good way to fix it, but I don't know if the pack itself is set this way or if it's who set up this exact dimension. But there are no small tin and none that I can see copper or iron either spawning, which means that for me to do anything into an electrical age, I need to be able to mine this right here. And I cannot do it with a Gregtech pick, even though I should be able to. But somehow it's changed its level to where it is above steel level. Now, if I can actually find a Gregtech tin vein, I should be able to do that, because I don't believe Tinkers or Iguana Tweaks can tweak Gregtech ores. They're their own special little thing, just like Greg's tools and machines and about everything else. But I can now get iron. I just got to use this right pick, and then I can get iron. And so today, what I was planning on doing was showing you that I got the things done, and I've cooked up enough iron to make my first bucket, and I'm going to make me a little bit more storage, kind of show you guys how this is going to work with my coke ovens and my nomad mode I'm doing here. But I haven't had quite as much time as I planned to have, because I noticed that my mic was messed up, and I wanted to get you guys something you could actually hear for it to get done with what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to run a full fill. I put a stack of oak in each one. I can't remember how much it can actually do, but I just wanted to do, a full load in each one. They seem to have been slowed down. I think they mind tweaked them to be about as slow as the regular one. Which actually, that right there is about what I need. So I think I'm going to stop that one. I'll let this one go so I can get at least up to 1,000, which is going to be, that should do it. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. But basically, I need to make my bucket, which I haven't checked to see if they didn't tweak this recipe. I really ought to. Whenever playing in a pack that has Mind Tweaker, should always check before spending your resources to make something, to make sure it's still made the way you remember. Would you hurry up and quit talking to the server and just give me my recipe? Okay, so they didn't change it. Alright, so we need 6 of these. What else can you do other than nuggets? Nothing. So why do you show it? Stupid thing. That should probably be changed as well. Because to make where's my file? To make a rod, it should be 1-to-1 until you use a machine. You see, it should be just like that. So if you can do it like that, there's no reason for the other recipe to be in there. And as far as I know, see, you can use these for motors and everything. So that recipe kind of breaks Greg's progression. So I'll have to file something about that as well. But let's go ahead and get this bucket done. There we go. Now, I could have made a clay bucket and done the same thing, but I don't want a clay bucket. I want a regular bucket. And I got the iron, so might as well. Now, if I didn't find a village that had steel in it to make my tools, then I would have had to have done it that way. But luckily, I found that village. And I need to go back there because there's a smeltery set up there. At least the, blocks, which I want to grab. So there's me another storage crate, which I desperately need. And now the next thing I need to make, which I do believe I'm going to need what's in the other one as well, is the a barrel to hold my extra creosote. So I need to do this, and then I need to do this. Okay. Didn't I just say make sure you look up your recipes so you know what you're doing? Now I'm sitting here not looking them up, trying to do the same old crap. Alright, I need planks. Really? That's a lot cheaper. Oh, that's an item router. Never mind. I thought that was the heavy engineering block. I was going to go, whoa, that's changed. Okay, so where is... This is what I need. So I got to use a saw. Oh, boy. Which means I need something I can make with 4 plates. So it looks like I'm going to be making iron. You can't make a copper saw. There's no copper tools in Gregtech 5. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to be cooking up a bit more iron, which isn't a big deal since Gregtech or vanilla iron isn't turned off. And if I was smart, I would take and break each one of these down to nuggets and make wrought iron. But I am not that smart. Junior will tell you. Another thing I noticed while I'm waiting on that to cook is I found these pears. Where is the pears? These pears. I didn't realize they were biomes of plenty, and I talked about making them into a pear tree. And you can't do that because they are biomes of plenty, not Pam's Harvest Craft. You can use them as Pam's Harvest Craft for everything but making a Pam's Harvest Craft pear tree. And this is something that I found very weird. A fruit crumble and a minced meat can use either bakeware or a rolling pin. You are not making a mincemeat pie with a rolling pin. You might use a rolling pin to make the dough, but you're still going to put it in something to bake it. So the main thing you need is the bakeware thing. And I also noticed they changed bakeware recipe to using ceramic die and a hammer. But when you make the ceramic die, you get 8 of them from 2 pieces of clay and 2 pieces of bone meal or white dye. That is a bit OP to me. Not that it needs to be harder, but you're taking a recipe that did take 8 pieces of clay and giving it a recipe that needs less than 2 pieces of clay. That's making it way easy. And it's not even something that was hard to begin with. 8 clay is just 2 blocks of clay. 2 little spots. So I think they need to rebalance that one a little bit. And either I am really having issues with the overseas lag today, having, crappy ping, or somebody has tweaked the recipe on how long it takes to cook stuff in a regular furnace. Because these things take forever. But I think if you watch my time up there, it like ticks up and then jumps back like 5 minutes. I think that's the problem. And it's just the fact that I'm pinging the server in Germany at like 200 milliseconds. So that's quite bad compared to, what I'm usually doing. So right now I can't really fight anything. So I'm using the sleeping bag that Coop gave me, because if I tried to fight anything right now, I'd be dead. Alright, so we need file, hammer, that'll make our saw. And then our stick for the handle. There's our saw. And now I can make, make. Alright, now you're just making me mad. Where is the one I seen? It was in the end of this one, right? That's great. Hope you're enjoying all my weird noises. This one. I need this. Treated wood plank 1668/1. 1668/0. Okay, so you got to turn them into these. So I need 2 of them. And then that to do that. Alrighty then. If you say so, Mr. Man. Alright, and there's my barrel. So what I'm going to do is just kind of sit this here and let this last one get done and grab it out of there, stick it in a barrel, and then I can tear these down to carry with me in the new storage crate that I made. And then I can just carry a barrel and a crate. Anybody that has favor with Blue Sunshine and can actually get him to think about changing something in his mod, or can talk nicer than I do or something, please bring up the fact that if you rename these in an anvil, They don't hold their name. Because it would really be nice if I could name this one, like organic crap, and this one miscellaneous crap, and this one, ore crap. And then, this one machine crap. But I can rename them just fine. And they'll have it in my inventory. But as soon as I place them and break them, it loses its name. I did that in Gregtech 6. And also the fact that when you shift click something in here, and this is a newer issue. I don't know if this is something he's done on purpose or not, but these are the same as these and should stack with them. But they're going to go right there because it looks for the first available rather than any available. And so it kind of makes that a pain in the butt. But there's your video for the day. I'm going to go and hopefully get some tin. Probably going to be a few days before I actually do, because I got to see what we're going to work out with on how to get it, because I still don't want to make a smeltery if I don't have to. So might be, the end of the week or so before I make another video, and if I do, I'll probably just... Really? Really? A titanium bucket from sulfur? I'm glad you can't cook that down to make titanium. There's no recycling for that. Coop, if you're watching, check that out. But I really don't want to make a smeltery right now. I want to do this as Gregtech as possible, so I'm going to give them, a few days to figure it out, and if I have to make one, then I'll make one. If not, I'm not. So take it easy.